So, hi there. I want to tell you about one of my very favorite stories that I read when I was a little girl. It's called The Little Engine That Could. This is actually the original edition cover of this story. And I want to tell you about how this story relates to mindset and our thoughts and feelings as homeschooling parents. So, hey there, I'm Jean. I'm the homeschooling mentor here at Waldorf-Inspired Learning. And I just love this story of this little blue engine who pulls the train with all the toys and the food and everything over the mountain and saves the town, right? So the little blue engine was not the strongest engine. She was not the fastest engine. And the odds really seemed stacked against her. But the sun was setting and she was willing to try. So she hooks up to the train and she gives it her all to get the food and toys to the children in the town. So she goes really slowly at first. She's just like chugging along. But she made it. And how does she do it? She employed a tool to help her achieve this goal. And what was that tool? It's a mantra. And her mantra was, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. So the little blue engine used the power of her mind to help her achieve this goal and to be of service to others that she cared about. And it worked. So I share this metaphor because as homeschooling moms, we often feel like the stakes are high, the odds are stacked against us, and it's really hard sometimes to achieve the goal of just having this simple, happy homeschool. Sometimes we feel discouraged. We might give up, right, on the day. Sometimes we do things like switching approaches or philosophy or buying more curriculum or any number of things. Because we don't feel like we're good, right, at what we're doing. We often feel behind and like we're not doing enough. So it can be very disappointing to watch things kind of unravel as moms because this is our dream, right? This is our job, and we don't want to just give up. We're keenly aware, right, that this is the job of our life right now. So we carry on. That's, I think, one of our biggest strengths is how dedicated we are to our children. But I want to let you in on just a little secret today, and that is that this whole homeschooling thing, it's not really possible just to take positive thoughts and replace those negative thoughts with them like the little engine did. It's a little more involved than that. So saying I think I can doesn't always cut it, right? Why is that? Because we don't really believe it's possible yet, right? So to replace a negative thought with something like I think I can do this, we're not so sure. So it's better to start and replace it with something like, I'm trying to figure this out, right? Maybe I can figure it out and achieve this, whatever it is that we're trying to do. Sometimes it's a matter of like, maybe our kids are fighting with each other, right? And what happens is we make that mean something about us, right? So our children are arguing, and what we go through in our own minds is this thought like, oh my gosh, the kids are fighting again. I'm a terrible parent. And I don't know how to do this. And this always happens, right? But what if instead we could replace it with something that we actually do believe that is getting us to where we want to go? Something like, my kids are fighting again, but I am able to figure this out. I'm going to help them. And then we can begin to lead the way, right, for our children. Or the example that I gave before, when we feel like this homeschooling thing is way too complicated, I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't know how to do it. We can start by replacing that thought with something like, yeah, but I'm figuring it out, right? I'm figuring it out as I go, and I can take one little step at a time. So this is really the power of inner work and thought work, right? To take the time to examine what we're thinking and what we're feeling so that we can begin to be better at whatever it is, right? Step up to be the leaders in our homeschool and be better at this homeschooling thing. So if this is something that interests you, if you're interested in exploring further this idea of inner work and how our circumstances don't create our feelings, but our thoughts about those circumstances are what create our feelings. Well, if you're interested in this, I want to invite you to join me on the Inner Work Journey. It's a new course that I've created, and it's going to be a 12-week experience. We're starting in February. I'm going to take a small group of homeschooling moms through this experience where 1 week we will have a teaching with some conversation, and the next week we will be doing some reflection on that teaching. We'll also have some meditations throughout. It will be a 12-week experience and just a small group of individuals who will be going on this together. We're starting on February 18th. So if it's something that you're interested in, I'd love to have you join us. And you can find out everything that you need at waldorfinspiredlearning.com/innerworkjourney. And if you have any questions at all, you can email me or send me a private message, and I'll be glad to answer them. And if you haven't read The Little Engine That Could, I highly recommend it. It's such a sweet story, and you can find it at your local public library. It's been around forever, a very long time. So thanks so much for joining me today and for Tuesday Tea Time. And I will be here, right here, same time, same place next week for another episode. So thanks for being here. See you next time. Bye for now.